Tired of vision boards that collect dust and dreams that stall out before they start? Well, it's time to stop winging your reinvention. In this episode, I'm breaking down how to create a real grown-ass woman's plan that turns your midlife magic into movement. No fluff, just strategy, common sense, and a plan that actually works. You're listening to This Woman Can. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, where I help mature professional Black women take charge of their careers and lives to create a future on their terms. Hey, welcome back to This Woman Can and my mini-series, Permission to Reinvent. And this is all about helping you to embrace the powerful possibility-packed second act of your life. I am your host, as always, Janice Sutherland, career strategist for the mature Black woman, creator of the 50 Forward Fearless Future program, and so many things, your midlife reinvention cheerleader. Now, over the past 4 episodes, or the last episodes of the mini-series, we have touched on liberating your mindset for career change, overcoming the fear of midlife transitions, recognizing and utilizing the power of your past experience, and repositioning yourself for what comes next by planning. Now, listen, if you've been feeling like your reinvention is all vibe and no strategy, it sounds good on paper. Today's episode is your wake-up call, your pep talk, your planning session, all rolled into one. We're talking about actually creating a plan, a reinvention plan that actually works. One that doesn't fill you with overwhelm, stress you out, or make you feel like you need a project manager and a prayer circle just to execute it. A real, doable, tailor-made roadmap to get you from your what's next to look at me now. So we touched on planning in the last episode. If you haven't listened to it, I suggest you go back. But in my experience, planning can feel so hard in midlife, and we stay so long in the pain zone of wanting to change, but being hesitant to do so because planning our next chapter can feel more intimidating at 50 than it did at 25. Because now we're juggling real responsibilities, real questions, and a lifetime of other people's expectations and our own, because shouldn't we know it all by now? But keeping it real, no one taught us how to pivot at midlife without it feeling like we should be in the middle of a crisis. You know, it's something we should be really fearful of. But let me reframe that for you. Planning your reinvention isn't about becoming someone new. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more of who you really are at this stage of your life, on purpose, with a map and with a plan. And what a reinvention plan actually needs is something we don't actually touch on. But I've seen a lot of women jump into reinvention with either a plan that's so rigid it makes them miserable, or no plan at all, just vibes and a prayer, or wishing a prayer and just hanging on by a prayer. I'm all for prayer if that's what works for you, but let's pair it with purpose. And here's what a working reinvention plan really needs. It needs clarity on what success looks like for you, not your boss, your family, or society. It needs realistic goals, not reinvent my entire life in 3 weeks. It took me over 50 years to get here. Start with 90-day intentions, resources, time, energy, support, and yes, investment in yourself. We're often last when it comes to that. And resilience, because in all honesty, even the best plan, the best written plan, the best developed plan will hit a speed bump or two. But that doesn't mean we can't get back on the map and get back on with it. So those 4 pieces, that's what you need in your plan. And in 50 Forward Fearless Future, I teach a planning framework that's simple, but powerful. It's such as vision, where are you headed? What's your why? Your values, what matters most to you now in this season of your life? And velocity, what small actions can you take right now to build momentum? So think of it like this. You're not building the whole house today. You're just laying the first brick and then the next one and then the next until it's built. And that's how we have to approach it. So I want to give you a quick example here. One of my clients, Rochelle, she came in to me, wanted to leave the corporate world after 25 years. She'd been there, it raised her, but she really didn't have a clue what came next. And she felt so stuck. So we got clear on her vision. She wanted freedom, impact, and creativity. So that was what she wanted out of her next step. We mapped her values because those are important. They were authenticity, flexibility, and family was important to her. And we used her velocity to create micro goals. So week 1, explore business ideas. The second week, talk to 2 women who had made the leap. And the third week, test one of her ideas in a small way. Fast forward 6 months, Rochelle's running workshops for women just like her, and she hasn't looked back. No panic, no drama, just a plan one step at a time. So if you're listening to this thinking, wow, that sounds like really doable, you're nodding your head and I can hear you, I can see you, don't get me wrong. Here's your challenge for this week. Ask yourself, what one small step or one step can I take this week to move closer to my reinvention vision? Not a leap, not a huge, marathon, just a step. Then ask yourself, who can I tell or ask for support? And what's one thing I can remove from my plate to make space for it? That's it. That's planning, the real kind. Not perfection, but it will give you progress. So midlife planning at this stage of life, planning for us is different because you're different. You know more, you've lived more, you've got discernment, boundaries, and a very low tolerance for BS. So don't treat your next act like a to-do list. Treat it like a love letter to your future self. Because when a woman over 50 makes a plan for her own joy, her own freedom, her own fulfillment, world, you'd better watch out. And so don't forget, the next round of my 50 Forward Fearless Future program kicks off in June. It is for midlife Black women just like you, ready to build a bold new chapter with guidance, clarity, and your own support crew in the corner. So stop winging it and start winning it. I said that last time. One step, one plan, one powerful choice at a time. So until next time, give yourself permission to reinvent, because this woman absolutely can. So take care until next week. Hey there, fabulous listener. Are you over 50 and feeling stuck, undervalued, or just plain ready for a change in your career? Well, I've got something just for you. Introducing 50 Forward Fearless Future, powering your next career move. This group coaching program is designed specifically for Black women like you, dynamic, experienced, and ready to tackle the next chapter with confidence. Together, we'll break free from fear and self-doubt, build unshakable confidence in your skills and abilities, learn practical strategies to land that dream opportunity, and create a career path that's as fulfilling as it is exciting. Plus, you'll connect with a community of like-minded women who get what it is to be on your journey. So if you're ready to stop settling and start flourishing, head over to janicesutherland.com and sign up for 50 Forward Fearless Future today. And don't wait, your fearless future is calling, because you deserve a career and a life that's bold, brilliant, and authentically you.